This is some shit summer weather. What's up guys, Chris here from Vo-Gus Prospect. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're a very wet hat like we're going to be soon, welcome back. We're out in one of the biggest storms that Victoria has seen probably in, I don't know, few years.
Yeah, a few years.
Everyone's going to be calling us mad that we're out here doing it, but we're out here for one very specific reason. We're in a gully that very, very rarely has any water in it at all. Normally, if you're going to get water, it's got standing puddles. And today we've had 130 millimeters of rain overnight, plus it's been pouring rain all day, so well in excess of probably 200 mil. And we're hoping there's going to be enough water in this gully to do some prospecting, possibly some sluicing. Yeah, look at that one, because there's really good gold here, really, really good gold. It's sporadic, but when you find it, you truly find it. There's slugs of gold. So that's what we're doing. We're out here getting wet. I'm out here with one GoPro, no drone, no backup batteries, nothing. So it's going to be like old Vo-Gus prospecting. It'll be exciting and fun. Yeah?
Look forward, absolutely.
It's going to be good. And we've got flow! I've never seen this creek flow. Look, flow. Beautiful, unobstructed flow.
And there's been a lot.
There's probably going to be a hive of issues with this video with the rain coming down with audio. I apologize, not much I can do about it. This is amazing. We haven't had this opportunity ever to sluice on this gully. Like I said, the gold here is very sporadic. We might not hit it today, and that's okay because we actually get to do a bulk sample of what the soil is actually like here, which is very cool. The other reason you want to come out directly after major flooding is for this reason. See where you can see all the flattened grass and gravel and whatnot here? All this gravel is fresh deposit. Fresh deposit means one thing: flood gold. So there's a good chance there's gold just sitting right on top here that was deposited last night. We can only find out if we use our test pans and sluice and whatnot. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We'll get the sluices set up and we'll run a bit of a bulk test. There's only one problem. I forgot my gumboots. So I got to get my feet wet. We've been going for a little bit now, maybe half an hour. I've probably run 20 shovels or so and punched a very nice hole into this inside bend. However, we're not seeing the indicators of gold that we should be seeing, and I haven't been able to find a layer of dense gravels and clay that would stop gold from going down. So we're going to run a couple of test pans just to see what's going on in the soil. The reason we went straight to sluicing is sometimes it is easier to do a bulk sample test of an area to see what is going on in the soil. Right, I got one nano dot you're not going to be able to see, and absolutely no black sand at all. This means basically one thing: the pay layer that's on this inside bend is probably too deep for us to reach, and we might have to move. So we're going to clean the sluices out, see what we did actually pick up, and then find a better spot. Let's move. We've got a little bit of a plan now. What we're going to do is pack up our gear. We haven't got overly much, and we're going to walk to each inside bend and start sampling. Because there's been recent floods, there should be a recent deposit of flood gold. Even if it's micro stuff, it means that it is depositing on that inside bend. So that's exactly what we're going to do. There's not going to be really any method to our madness. We're just going to test every spot that looks really good. As of yet, absolutely no luck, but that's okay. We're going to move further upstream, and it stopped raining. That's good, except for the fact that I know the creek's going to start dropping because it's only fed by rain, and I still want to be able to sluice up here. I've already got a taste of it. 3 bits wasn't enough. I need more than 3 bits to sustain this level of gold fever that I have. This is pretty cool. This is there's no gold here that I found yet, but it actually gives you a really good demonstration of how sedimentary layers work. You can see the creek comes around in a series of S-bends here all the way back up into the distance there, and this is one of those inside bends, and you can see a lot of gravel here. It looks like a really good gravel bar. However, when you dig down, there's only about 4 inches worth of gravel before it turns back to this stuff. And what is this stuff? This stuff has no gravel. It's full of grass roots and grass, which means that there is 4 inches or so of brand new gravel that's only been laid in here over the last 12 to 18 hours, sitting on top of a grass layer. When you would see this in a cross section is when you'd see all those different layers. Some of them are hard packed, some of them are very loose, and some will have gold and some won't have gold. This is one of those layers. It's just literally been freshly laid in. That grass is probably going to die, or a lot of it will grow and die, and this will turn into a layer. In 50 or 100 years, someone will come along and might think that this is a very good layer because it was a flood layer. And you're going to be working similar layers in your areas. So it's really, really cool to actually see this in the process. Well, I suppose the real question is if I go to get any gold today. This creek has turned out to be very, very difficult to prospect, even when we've got water. Normally we're fighting against having no water, but now we've got abundant water. I still can't find it. I think it's simply because of how deep some of the soil is, how deep the pay layers are, and my unwillingness to get my feet absolutely saturated, because that's just uncomfortable. Hey! We're going to go back and get the sluice. I found a little inside bend up there that I want to have a poke around on. I want to run about a 20 shovel test, and if I get some good gold for that 20 shovel test, then I'll be a happy chappy. Either way, I've thoroughly enjoyed prospecting on this creek thus far. So let's get the sluice, get back there. Bend that I'm working is very interesting. The best video I've ever seen on this was done by Adventure Gold. I'll try and find it, link it in the description. I might not be able to, I can't remember exactly which one it was, but basically it shows you the definition between a high and a low pressure system. Let me show you. Right here we've got large gravels, and every shovel that I've been pulling out has got large rocks in it. This is an indicator of a low pressure zone. But the other thing that is an indicator of a low pressure zone, and what is called an eddy, where the water comes back in on itself, is this light gravel here. If you see this stuff, it's pretty much all like classified dirt, and this is usually the borderline between where the water was going forward and where the water was coming back as an eddy. Again, Adventure Gold did a fantastic video on this. I will try and find it. When I dug down in this spot here, I found some awesome looking yellow clay, and historically that has actually given me very good gold, that yellow clay. So I hope to find more of it down there, and something's bone. Oh. 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 It's just starting to rain again, thunder's starting back up, and my shovel tip just hit yellow clay. Historically, like I said, that's where the gold's been, and there's a bit of gold in my sluice. Check it out. It's not much, but it's the first good bit of the day. I'm really happy about that. So we just hit that yellow clay layer and got that bit. We're definitely got to keep working that. I've got to keep the GoPro off. I haven't got much battery left. Like I said, no backups today. This is old school Vo-Gus prospecting. Thunder gods aren't happy with us. We must be right on top of a big nugget because they want us to go. It's getting quite dark. Storm's obviously moving back in, so I'm going to start making a V-line out of here. I think we're going to clean out the sluice, see what's in it, see who that phone is. Hello, Zoe. Well, it's not much. It's definitely not much, but that right there is a nice reefy bit of gold. What you can't see in the GoPro is just how jagged that bit is. I'm stoked about finding that at all after the day we've had so far. It's wet out here. It went from prospecting to swimming. What I was talking about with back currents before that Adventure Gold showed well is happening right here. We've got rain, so more water's flooding down the creek, and you can actually see the current going forward the way it normally would, and then just here it's circling back on itself. It's actually flowing back upstream. It's an eddy, and that's where your gold will collect. During flood, you can actually see that. This is one of those sections that will be happening in high water, and that's why we've got that really loose gravel there. I found that clay layer in gold, but I do believe it might be time to go home. There's no way this raincoat is doing anything. It's wet inside and out. And we've made a shelter. How much per night?
Oh, 15.
15 bucks a night.
15 a night.
Bargain.
Comes with coffee.
It comes with a coffee.
Yeah.
I'm down for that. I've got almost no battery left, and obviously I am absolutely saturated through. Mick's sluice is still in the creek. He's just hit that same yellow clay layer that I hit, which bodes very, very well. So what we're going to do is clean his sluice out at some point, and I'll film it and I will show you guys what we get. But in the meantime, from our beautiful $15 a night Airbnb that you could rent all for yourself in only this kind of weather.
That's it.
And if you can keep a secret.
That's it.
Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this episode of Vo-Gus Prospecting. I hope my audio isn't stuffed up so you can hear it all. I'm going to show you all the gold that Mick did or did not get in a minute. Peace, and we're out.
Yeah.